Hi everyone, I'm going to do a lesson today, and it's one of my favourite songs by Green Day, American Idiot, and I really like it, and I'm going to show you the ways of how I learned it. So now, let's get into the lesson. So we're on the 6th fret, barring across 5 strings. You see that? And now we're going to go onto the 4th fret, barring across 6 strings. Make sure to do it quite hard so you can get a nice sound out of it. And then we're just going to strum. The motion is at the beginning, so you're going to be doing this sort of motion. If you want to mute strings, you have to press your fingers very gently down, and then you'll get that sound. So that's the first picking motion, the intro. And then what you're going to do is, because you can see, it's an intro, and then for the next bit, we just had our fingers the same, but we're going to move them. So this one would be barring across on the 4th fret across 5 strings. So it's not the same this time. And then this one will be on the 6th fret, barring across 4 strings. So we'll play that. It's the same picking, just 2 times. This time, so it's actually 3 times. I got it wrong. So that's your first bit. And remember, it's the same picking motions where you're going. Maybe if you could practice that. And then for the next bit, I think we're going to go to the 2nd fret, barring across 6 strings on the 2nd fret. So, and then we're going to put on the 4th fret 5 strings barring across, so it's all these, and then we're going to be playing all the strings, I think. I usually do a funny technique where I usually do this, where I rest my finger just there, like right there. I don't know if you, I don't usually mix a string like that. You understand that? Yeah. Because if I don't want to hit that string, usually I do that, but I don't think you really need to in American Idiot. Remember, it's that shape, and it is actually a fairly simple shape. It should be very. It's only 2 fingers. Some people can play it like this. Maybe some people find it an easier way. And then, so yeah, we'll get on to the next bit. So now, we were on the 6th fret now. We're on the 6th fret now, so barring across 5 strings, which on that, without, ring finger. This is usually our ring finger. Which we're going to be barring across 5 strings on the 6th fret, and then on the 4th fret we're going to be barring across the 6. So then it's going to sound like this. Because of the other part. So I taught you that already, if you can see. Because it was like barring across 4, barring across 5 on the 4th. So that's 6, 4. If you can count up like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's going to go up to 6. So then we're going to play that. Make sure, so because sometimes you can actually rest your finger just like that, very gently. And you usually mess. So you don't need to worry now, because then you just rest your finger just like that, touching the string just very gently, and that will make that string for you. See? Because we go through the intro and it's going to go. Because those are the next parts that we're learning. Because then I taught you, this time teaching you the 4th fret, barring for 6th, and then the 6th fret, barring across all these 5 strings, which is on the 6th fret, there. You can see anyway. Should be zoomed in. And then the next one we're going to be going across, because remember that was 6th fret, and then this one's the 4th fret and across 6th, so it's going to look like that. And you just do the same, just once. And then we're going to just go down up to the 2nd and the 4th. The same finger shape, keep it the same, but we're up here and then we're going down to there. So now we just do the same thing. So all the intro. Then we've got that intro. And then usually some people do these techniques and where they go. You don't have to learn that, but I'll show you how you do it. Do these 3 here. And then for the same part, usually some people do this as well after doing that. So they mute and they go, which is what I do, just to count in like notes and stuff. There we go. But for a beginner, I think it's easier to go. I think that's a lot easier. Right, we're going to move into the next part now. Right, so the 3rd part I'm teaching you now, I think it's 3rd, I'm not sure. I'm going to call it the 3rd. So we're on the 4th fret, like that. See, yeah, you can see, you should be able to see. The 4th fret, barring across 5 strings, so 5 is 5 like, that's 5 because you can see that we're here, that's 5 strings. And then for the next thing, because we're doing that with our index, remember? And then the next part, we're going to be on the 6th. So then we're going to be barring across 4, which will can't have that sound. Because then, remember if you want to mute, you just do that very gently, and it mutes the string for you. So then you can, if you don't want that note to bring out. If you do, it's fine. You just don't touch it. It'll sound a lot better if you do mute it. And then the next part, because we told you that we were going to do that, which is 4. And then, because you're going like this. So your picking is that's your picking. 1 and the 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's the way to count it. Like that. So then the next part on the 4th fret, 6 strings barring across, and then that's 6 frets going down, barring 5 strings. Now I don't think Green Day did it this way, but this is the way I learned it. I mean, I think Green Day played it like that. I'm pretty sure. I'm just playing it because I think it's nicer. Because then you're barring plus 6 strings on the 4th, and then on the 6th you're doing the plus 5. And then hopefully that's giving you a nice... You played that when we were doing the intro already. So then that's the next part, and then the last part we're going to go up to the let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going up to the 6 but without index, and then we would go up to the 9, which is going to sound like that. So 5 strings are barring across, like that. You can see. And then the next part, it's going to be 5 strings on the 6th fret. If I'm counting that right. Yeah, I think it would be towards the 6th fret. That's the 6th fret. Barring across 5 strings. And then across, we're going to do into the 8th across 4 strings. It sound like that, and then we just got all that together. Some people like to meet the string just like that. See, I'm meeting that string. And then for the last part, we're just going to go barring across 6 strings on the 4th fret, and then we're going to be barring across 5 on the 6th fret, and then we're just going to go so that picking pattern. That's the picking pattern. Right, now we're going to move on to the next part. So now it's the solo. So it's going to be quite tricky. It's going to be quite. It's quite a tricky solo. It's towards the last part is where it goes. This is the part that's hard. It's quite hard, but we're going to teach you it, and maybe build up the speed, maybe by slowing down the video, which you can find in like the settings sometimes, and maybe that will help, because then you can slow down videos then. And then you don't have to, because lots of like other YouTube channels show you how to, they should do, like, and I quite like advertising. So now we're not barring this time, we're going to be, because then that's the 12, right, that could be played in late minutes at some Ren solo. So we're on the 10th fret, which is the Eddie 8 Dynamite. Goodbye Eddie, you probably know that anyway if your guitarists start watching. Eddie 8 Dynamite, goodbye Eddie, that's Eddie, so it's E, A, D, and then G. So we're on the G there, just on the G. Make sure your fingers are shaped like this, because you don't want to be hitting. And then for the next part, we're going to be on the so then we're going to be on the, we're going to be on the 8th, on the A string just pointing our finger the exact same. And index and pinky. Some people can play it with index and ring. I find it easier to play it like that. It is a lot easier though. So, like this. So the picking pattern is, you've got that. So the next bit will be going down here. I think that's the 6. Is it? Yeah, that's the 6. And the other one's on. So that's the 6. And that's the 8. We were just on a minute ago. So we're going to start with the 6. Because we're on the A string. We're on the 8 string as well, again. And then obviously the other one's on the G string. We're just doing the exact same because we were up here. And then we moved down like that. So it's still the same picking pattern, I think. Because then you're going to go once on that one anyway. You were doing once on that one. Because then we're playing those and them. Because we've learned that now. I'm going to move to the 4th fret where that finger's on the 4th. And it's still on the same string and the other one's on the I think that's the 6. So, and then for the next part, we're just going to go down 1. And then for the picking part, because obviously they don't play it like this. They would do it like this, so it's I'll just do it super slow because we were here and then we move up to there and then move up again, move up 2 I think, yeah, move up 2, yeah, and then we're going to go down like we did. This time we're going to go to the 3rd like I probably taught you, I think. And then we're going to do the picking part, so this is going to be the hardest part. So we're on the 3rd, pointing on the G, and just plucking like that. And you're plucking the string that you're on anyway. See, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, it's 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go to the 5th with our middle finger. You're just going to do 1 on the 5th. And then 1 on the 6th as well. And then we were going to go up to the 6th with our ring finger. And then go back down. Because the picking is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then we're gonna go. I think it's going to go up to, let me just figure out. We're going to go up to the, that's 4, no that's 7, 9, and then I think we're on the 9th. Yeah, we're on the 9th. So then we're going to be plucking on the G string, only twice I think. Yeah, only twice. 2, 2, 2, 2. It's 2, 2. And then we're going to go to the B string. That's the 9, B string onto the 10th. Hang on. No, we're on the 8th actually. We're on the 8th. I got that wrong. Because we're on the 8th. 8, 9. Because we're just doing that anyway. I'll do it slowly. Then it gets a bit different to the end. Because it only does it once. That's that. And then after we've done it 2 times around, on the 3rd time it goes, I think. Count with me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. See, it's 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, I think. So this is going to be quite hard. This is the most hardest part of the solo, and yeah. And then we're going to go up to, now that you've learned that, I think better now, so just follow me at full speed. See, like that. And then we're going to go up to because that's the 12th, and then that's the 11th. Only once picked, so it's... Then we're on the 11th. I think it's only once a time picking because we're on the B string on the 11th fret. And then, because then we were doing this. And then because then we've done all of that again. And then we're gonna go to here on the 8th fret, but on the B string. And then obviously we'll go back to all of this. Back to this, and to end the solo off, we're going to go on the 8th fret. We're going to do the same pretty much, like just on the 8th, on the G, and then the B on the 9th. And then that's the whole song. So this is it all together at full speed.